you see the lifestyle in the history of the Prophet, he didn't quote any hadith to me. He didn't quote to me any verse of the Quran that calls us as Salafi. So I don't call. No logic. At the time of the Prophet, they were hypocrites, munafiqs. Fine? They were munafiqs. The Sahabas did not change the name. They were Kharijis, Kharijites. They called themselves Khariji. People gave them the label. The Sahabas yet called themselves Muslims. Did the Sahabas say, give them a new name? No. They continued calling themselves Muslim. They were Mutazalites. People yet continued calling themselves Muslims. So at that time also there were differences. Not that they were not. Now coming to the question. That therefore Sheikh Nasir al-Albani says you should call yourself Salafi. My question is, which Salafi? Which Salafi? My counter question. And now do you know how many types of Salafi? Are you a Qutubi or Sururi or Madkhali? I can name another Salafis. See, I'm not speaking against anyone. Please don't get me wrong. I don't mean ill to any of them. But even in Salafi there are various groups. And if you go to UK, MashaAllah, Subhanallah, Allahu Akbar, there are so many groups in UK, each group fighting against the other, calling the other Salafi a kafir. Nauz billah. We'll come to that later on if time permits. So which Salafi do you belong to? Again, see, whatever label you give, there's bound to be tafarraqa. When the Shias came, people said we are Sunni. Again there was group Ahle Sunnah wal Jamaat. Then again there was division, Hanafi, Shafi, Hanbali, Maliki. Then we came with Salafi, Ahle Hadith. There's group even in this. The moment the name given by human beings, there's bound to be tafarruqu. Even in Allah's name, Muslims are bound to be division. Allah told that. But don't think the name you give will not have divisions. Don't you think Allah did not know? Allah knew there are going to be divisions in the Muslim Ummah. He told in the Quran. The Prophet predicted. Yet the Prophet didn't say call yourself Ahle Hadith, call yourself Salafi. Ahle Hadith. Which Ahle Hadith? In Bombay where I come from, there are two Ahle Hadith. Jamiyat Ahle Hadith and Gurba Ahle Hadith. So which Ahle Hadith do I belong to now? One Ahle Hadith blaming the other Ahle Hadith. See, I don't want to mean any harm to the Ahle Hadith. Therefore I said the topic is sensitive. Wallah, I'm only trying to talk about Quran and Allah's Rasul. Please don't feel bad. I respect Sheikh Nasir al-Albani. I respect the Salafis. I look amongst all these groups that are there, we have to agree the Ahle Hadith and the Salafis are the closest to the Quran and Sunnah. I'm proud to say that. But, which Salafi? So maybe during the early times of Sheikh Nasir al-Albani, there weren't groups in the Salafi, now there are groups. Sururi, Madkhali, Qutubi. Oh, he's not right, he's calling him Salafi. But so now we have new books, True Salafi, True Salafi. I read a book called Salafi Dawa, True Salafi, True Salafi. What is True Salafi? I say, you know, we had a Dawa training program in Bombay, where we invited people from different parts of the world. There were 14 people, there were 19 people from 14 different countries. And many of them were from Medina University, mashallah, from Bahrain University, all more than 50% were Salafi, mashallah. So we had a discussion there. So then I asked the question, Salafi short name. Instead of saying, I believe in Quran and Hadith according to the way of Salafi Salih, shortcut Salafi. So I asked him, the Salafi Salihin is better or Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is superior? Who's better? So they told me, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So why not call yourself Muhammadi? Right or wrong? In India, who calls themselves Muhammadi? You know? Do you know? Do we agree with them? No. Who calls themselves Muhammad in India? Who is superior? Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Allah. Allah. So one who submits his will to Allah is called a Muslim. We know there are divisions in Muslim, but whatever name you give, there are going to be division. In the Hanafi Maslak, there were 4 students. In Shafi Maslak, there's Qadim and Jadid. In the Ahle Hadith, I went to Kashmir, there are many groups of Ahle Hadith. I went to Kerala, Mujahideen. KNM, Kerala Nadwatul Mujahideen. There people don't call themselves Ahle Hadith, Mujahideen. If you go to Saudi Arabia and say I'm Ahle Hadith, what is this new Ahle Hadith? Very few people of the Saudis know who's an Ahle Hadith. For them, they know Salafi. But Salafi and Ahle Hadith belong to the same group, the names are different. In some country, Ansari. Right? So, when he's saying call ourselves Salafi, that means the Ahle Hadith of India, they aren't Salafis. Fine? So here we realize that if you want to give a label, instead of Salafi, Muhammad is better. Instead of Muhammad is Muslim. Therefore I say, Atiullah, Atiullah. Therefore for label, I prefer calling myself Muslim. That's it. First a Muslim, last a Muslim.